All right, so in this lab, we're going to create a Trojan horse. Remember the difference between a virus and a Trojan horse. A virus is just a standalone program that causes harm to your computer. It's a malicious program, whereas a Trojan horse is also a malicious program, but it looks to be like a legitimate program. It looks good. So when you install a Trojan horse, seems to be working well and everything's all good. However, a virus may have gotten installed in the background. So Trojan horses appear to be good, but are evil, whereas a virus, just a straight up virus, is going to be bad, and there's no hiding it or anything. It's just straight up a bad program. So we're going to be doing this in our Windows XP machine. So I'm going to double click on my Oracle VM VirtualBox, double click on my Windows XP machine to boot this up. And as this boots up, I'll kind of talk about what we're going to have to do. So I'm giving you a legitimate program. It's like a Tetris game. But what we're going to do is we're going to write a virus, and we're going to bind that virus to the legitimate program so that whenever you install the bad program, or whenever you install the good program, the bad program also gets installed. All of the things that you're going to need are on the network drive. So we actually have to give this a second. It should automatically connect to the network drive as long as you did that lab. I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. There we go. That's connected. So we're going to go to the Start menu. We're going to click on Computer. Let's close out of this bubble. Hopefully we have the Z drive down here at the bottom. Double click on that. And then we have this binder. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger here. Feel free to resize your Windows XP window. Double click on this binder project. And then we have 2 files inside of here. And we're going to drag both of those files to the desktop. And then that's what we need. So on my desktop now, I have this program right here and this program right here. So this is my legitimate program right here. There's no virus or anything bad about this. It's just a normal Tetris game. But we're going to create a virus and attach it to it in the background. So whenever you run this program, a virus automatically gets installed in the background. That's the Trojan horse. Everything looks good. This program will run fine, but the virus will get installed in the background. All right, sorry about that. So what we need to do is we're going to double click on this advanced to BAT converter. Double click on that, click the I agree, hit next, next, let it install, and it should automatically open. So what this program is going to let us do is it's going to let us write a BAT file. If you remember, the first virus that we wrote was also a BAT file. But what we can do with that is we can go to File and Build exe. So this will allow us to basically take this BAT file and turn it into an executable file. And the executable files are what we can join basically together. So I'm going to pause the video right here while I write this, because you don't need to watch me write it, and then I'll resume it as soon as I've finished. Okay, so I've finished writing the virus. So this is exactly what you're going to want to type to, @echo_off, and then the greater than symbol, quote, double quote, 2 quotes, %, user profile, %, user profile has to be all in caps, / start menu with the capital S and a capital M, / programs with a capital P, / startup with a capital S, / program.bat, and then the double quote, space, and then a open parentheses, and then echo, space, @echo_off, and then on the next line I have echo shutdown, -s, -f, -t, 3 seconds, -c, time to go to sleep. Okay, and then the close parentheses. So what this is doing is this program right here is actually creating another program. So this line right here basically says, hey, I want you to create another program called program.bat, and I want you to put program.bat in the startup folder, so meaning that this program should start up. And this is what I want the program to be. Now you have to write the word echo for every line of code. So we do echo, and then this is the first line, and then echo, this is the second line. So basically, this program is going to write another program that installs itself automatically into the startup menu, and this program that gets installed automatically into the startup folder shuts down the computer in 3 seconds. So once you have all of this typed in, we're going to go to File, Build Exe. Okay, the default is fine. This Windows XP thing, that's fine. And then I click on this Build Exe and make sure we have the Save in Desktop. And I'm going to call this Virus. And then I hit Save. And I should have the virus right there on the desktop, which I do. Perfect. So now that I have that, I can go ahead and close out of this. And I can click OK. And now we're good. Okay, so now that we have our virus created, we're going to run a program from the Start menu. So I'm going to come down here to the Start menu, and I'm going to click on Run, and we want to type in IEXPRESS, iExpress, and click OK. So what iExpress is, it's a program that allows you to basically package up or combine multiple programs and documentation and all sorts of things like that. So whenever you install a piece of software, especially onto like a Mac or onto a PC, it's probably that software has been packaged with this program right here. So we're going to package the legitimate software, this Tetris game, with our virus. So we're going to come here, create a new self-extracting. Yep, that's what we want. Hit Next. The top one, extract all files and run the installed command. Yep, that's what we want. Hit Next. Type in the package. This is going to be this is going to be like an awesome game. So I'm just going to call this awesome game. Okay, the awesome Tetris game or whatever. Okay, hit Next. No prompt. Hit Next. Don't display a license. Hit Next. Now the package files, we're going to hit Add, and we're going to go all the way to our desktop, and then I'm going to click on the Tetris program. I'm going to hold down the Control key on my keyboard and also select the virus. So I have both the Tetris program and the virus selected. I'm going to hit Open, and then I'm going to hit Next. Now the install program, the first one that we want is this the Tetris program, the Lazarus, or however they pronounce that. And then in the post command, we want our virus. So this will be installed in the background. This is going to be installed in the foreground. This is what's going to run. This is what goes on and gets installed in the background. I hit Next. We want the installation to be hidden. So I hit Hidden, and then I hit Next. No message. Next. Okay. Package name and options. Let's go ahead and click this up to go to the desktop. We're just going to call this Awesome Game. Okay, hit Save. And I don't believe hide file extracting process animation from user. Yes, we want to check this box, but not that box. So we want to hide the file extraction process from the user. So check that box, hit Next. No restart. Hit Next. We don't have to save. So don't save. Hit Next. And hit Next. And finally finish. So now on our desktop right here, we have this thing right here called Awesome Game. So notice right now in my startup, the startup folder right now is empty, meaning there's nothing that's currently going to be started up with this program. So if someone took this game and they double clicked on it, what happens? Well, the Tetris thing pops up and they can hit start and kind of move around. Okay, this looks like a legitimate program, right? We didn't really see anything happen. We're just playing Tetris. Okay, so good. And I can close out of that. Fine. If I double clicked on it again, Tetris pops up again. No big deal, right? So this program looks like it's Tetris. But now let's look in here. If I go to Startup, look what happened. Remember how this said none before? Well, now all of a sudden there is a program in the startup menu. So this got installed by default. So in the virus was created and installed in the startup menu, unbeknownst to the user. It got installed by, hidden. And so now the next time this person is to restart this computer, after playing that Tetris Trojan horse game, so they played their Tetris game. They probably don't think anything of it. They're like, that was kind of a fun Tetris game. I don't know if I would call it awesome, but whatever. So they shut down their computer, and then the next time they restart it, next time Windows XP runs, in that startup menu, everything that's in the startup folder will automatically get executed, and the code that we wrote should have it automatically shut down in like 1 second, and then the computer automatically shuts down. So, they played that game, they thought it was a legitimate game, but the virus got installed in the background, and now the computer is basically broken. It's been infected. So obviously the shutdown virus that we've created isn't a very sophisticated virus, and it's not a very dangerous virus, right? It's not deleting any data, but using bat files, it's actually really easy to delete files and sensitive information from a person's computer. So although I gave you the code to just shut down a computer, which is that's kind of, funny, but it's not going to damage anybody's stuff. It'd be really easy to write a bat file that did some very, very damaging things. And then obviously you now saw how to bind a program together. So it's actually pretty easy to create a Trojan horse. Okay, so now that we've done that, I need to go back to this after Z Drive and Chrome install, hit that restore button, uncheck this create a snapshot, hit restore, double click on this, and then we need to make sure that our Windows XP machine loads up actually successfully now. Luckily, we're doing this on a virtual machine, so our virus hopefully now is not on this machine, and everything that we just did should have been undone. Yep, looks like Windows XP launched normally, so we're all good. So I can just go ahead and shut this thing down, turn it off, and we're good. So that's the lab. Hopefully you learned something about viruses and Trojan horses and pretty much how easy they are to create. So let me know if you have any questions, problems, or issues.